You're right, people, and if you didn't know, Joe Rogan is he's like today's ultimate uncle. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone listens to him. He's pretty chill. He'd come over to the barbecue and just grill up and chill, drop some knowledge and leave. You know what I mean? He's that kind of guy.
Cheeseburgers.
And he sat down with a guy called Mel Gibson. And he was the director of the film Passion of the Christ, which is about Jesus' crucifixion. And they highlighted something that I really want to talk about. And that is that nobody dies for a lie.
There are other accounts, verifiable historical accounts outside the biblical ones that also bear this up, that yes, he did exist. And the other aspect of that is that all the evangelists, the apostles who went out there, every single one of those guys died rather than deny their belief. And nobody dies for a lie. Nobody.
Right.
So that's part of what I'm doing. It's like showing nobody dies for a lie.
Yeah. Well, the resurrection is the one that is the most difficult for people to swallow.
Yes.
That's the one that requires the most faith.
It's true, Joe. It's true. It's the most difficult one to swallow. Why is it the most difficult one to swallow? Because I've never done it. I ain't never seen anyone do it. Do you know anyone who's done it? Died and come back to life and told you about it and given you all the steps of sat you down, Nathan, boss, you're going to get a bit old. You're going to just start seeing that white light. Then you're going to go through the gates. You're going to chat to people. You're going to say hi. Told me how it feels. And then told me how he somehow comes back. No one's told me that. So yes, it takes faith because no one knows. No one knows. Apart from Jesus. And I'll tell you what I want to highlight. When he said no one dies for a lie, that is true. That is 100% true. You find me, I beg. I'm going to say 12, but obviously, you know, Judas did his little, like, he packed himself. That was really hard. I don't know. He packed himself in, didn't he? So was it 11? But then they got a new guy. You find me 10 people. Who would go out into the world, shout the most unpopular opinion at the time, and even to this day it probably still is, shout about it. You find 10 people to go out and shout about it like they actually believe it, and then all get tortured and die for it, get murdered for it. You find me 10 people that would do that. 10 people that would go out in public, shout about something that was a lie, shout about a lie, and then actually get topped for it. No one would do that. No one would ever do that. So there's a couple outcomes. Jesus was who he said he was. He did die. He evidently died. The Romans know how to kill people. The guy died. Okay? The guy died. He was on a tree, strung up, slapped up with some scaly, don't even want, mate, the guy died. And the guy came back to life. I'm saying it. I believe that. I believe the guy died, came back to life because I believe he was God. So the two outcomes, or maybe three, the guy died and came back to life because he's God. All 10 of these people completely made up a lie and were lunatics and just decided to run with something that this guy's told them for 3 years. Because the disciples were running with Jesus for 3 years. Jesus' ministry was 3 years long. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. 3 years long. So it's not like they've been doing this their whole lives. It's not like, oh yeah, we're committed to our whole lives, might as well commit the rest of them to this lie. No, 3 years. So either 10 of these people were absolute lunatics and lying and decided to die for a lie, or he was who he said he was. And I'll let you figure that one out. I'll let you do the research. Because I tell everyone, do your own research. Go search up the reliability of the Gospels. Go search up the reliability of the Bible. Go search up all the information we have that corroborates the Bible and validates the Bible and validates that Jesus Nazareth was a real person. Jesus Nazareth died and then came back to life. And so it's funny. Once you find out that the New Testament is true and it is real, it is historically accurate, there's one key thing in it, right? Well, two key things in it to point that Jesus came back. Number one, this guy called Paul writes a lot of the New Testament. He writes in one of his books that over 500 people saw Jesus come back to life. And then the line next, he said, these people are still alive and they're knocking about here. Go chat to them about it if you don't believe me. So this guy had the balls to say, yo people, if you're reading this, or I'm chatting to you all and I'm saying this, go talk to these people and they're going to tell you exactly the same thing I've just told you, that this guy died and came back to life. And number two is that it prophesied it thousands of years before. Then it came true. How does that happen? Without any technology, any crazy stuff, how does that happen? It happens because Jesus is God. That is the only way. Only way it can happen. You call me crazy. But I'm telling you, do the research. Because I'm telling you, no one dies for a lie. No one gets brutally murdered for something they don't believe in. And not even just something they don't believe in. Something they know is not true. Hey. Because I'm telling you now, if I didn't think it was true, and I was one of them, and I had doubts, and I knew it wasn't true, they'd all probably know it wasn't true. If if they didn't see him, they wouldn't have said it till the day they die. I mean, I would die for something that I know is a lie. So why would anyone else?